You can do a lot with Cricut Design Space. Here's a video that shows you just some of the amazing things you can make. Hey Cricut designers, here's another fall-inspired design I made in Cricut Design Space, and I'd be happy to show you how to make it. So let's go to our Cricut Design Space canvas. So in order to save some time, I've already selected the images that I did use in that design. I will go ahead and give you the link for the Cricut ID number so you can find them yourself, because this way you're not listening to this recording and wondering if I'm ever going to stop talking. However, you don't have to choose these. There's an awful lot. And just to let you know, all I did for all of those was I did a search for pumpkin. And I ended up getting 1,283 different kind of pumpkin designs. So in order to save you time for going through, I went ahead and have these up on my design canvas. And in case you're wondering how I get that Cricut design number, if you click on your image in your layers panel and you right click, if you go down to the bottom, you have your image information and you have that number. And that ID assigned number, you got to put that in there exactly as they put it, using capital letters and no spaces. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything. So at this point, and just to let you know, this will be a print then cut image, because this cute little design right here is a print then cut, and that's how it comes out of Cricut Design Space. I'm not going to do anything with that one, so I'm just going to use a little eyeball over here in the layers panel, which is really handy. If you click on it, it can make parts of all of your little pieces just kind of hide away for a while until you think you need to use it again. So I'm not going to do any changes to that one. So at this point in time, I am going to go ahead and we're going to work on our little interesting little pumpkin here. I kind of thought it was a gourd, but then it comes out as pumpkin. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to take this particular pumpkin and I want to fill in these areas right here with a pattern that I have already uploaded. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make two of these. This one I'm going to keep, but I want to change it to this nice black outline, and so we'll just put that over there. And one of the things I am going to caution you, and I do this, is don't change your sizes on either one of these, because then it takes a while to kind of readjust your pattern fills to fit back into this little pumpkin. So at this point, I'm going to use this contour feature that's down at the bottom. And that's kind of a handy feature in that it can add or it can remove items that you want or you don't want on an image. And they're not like taken off design space. They're there, but they're just, you just don't use those. So I go ahead and click, no, that's not working. So I'm going to click on that one. And I'm going to click on the little stem, although I could probably do that. So you can click on images on this little screen, or you can click them on the side. Sometimes they are kind of weird when you click on the images themselves, but there we go. Now I have my three little pieces that I want to fill in there. So I want to do the outside pieces differently from the inside piece. So I am going to have to duplicate that. I'm going to use my little contour function again. There we go. And I want to get rid of the middle one for that. So I just have the two outside, and on this one, I'm going to use my contour function, and I'm going to get rid of the two outside features. So now I have exactly what I need. Now I want to go ahead and use my pattern fill, and you may go, what is that? Well, it is where you can take this particular image and fill it up with a pretty little pattern that either you can upload yourself or you can use one that Cricut already has, but you can't do it when it's a cut function. So let's change our operation to print then cut. And you can see it on this one. it doesn't look any different. But let's go ahead and do a pattern fill, because when you go up here to print type, now you have the option to select pattern. And I think on this one, I want to go ahead and upload, and I'm going to have to use the filter and check the black one, because I uploaded this really cute kind of black and white plaid. So now you can see it's in there, which I think is adorable. Let's go back up here. But the nice thing, this is why I like to do a pattern fill, because you can edit your pattern and you can make it a little smaller or larger, flip it vertically, horizontal, rotate, however you want to. You can edit your pattern. But I think that that's good enough. So I'm going to put you right in there. All right, and now I'm going to use this person, and I'm going to take that little middle piece, and I need to change that to a print then cut. And you have to leave this whole design as a print then cut, because if you change it to a cut file, your patterns will just go poof and they won't be there anymore. So on this one, I was kind of looking for kind of a blue color. So let's go in here and select patterns. You can go to your filter, and I want to select blue, and I'm going to go down until I think I find the one I want. And these are all Cricut ones. I think that'll work. So let's have a look at this one. Yeah, that looks good. I like that, even though there's kind of a pattern in there. All I am ending up getting is just that color. And I like that. So let me put those together. And let's kind of make sure. I think that looks pretty good in regards to fitting in there just right. So I don't want to fiddly around too much with it, but there we go. And let's put you in there. And this is the reason for trying to keep your little centerpieces the same size. So I'm going to group that one. That one will stay as it is, and you can change, you can now change the size of it because all the pieces will change together. So I think that's good. I want to go back and talk just briefly about this black and white check pattern. That is not a Cricut pattern. I uploaded that off the internet, and I did a search for free gingham, free black gingham backgrounds, and I got this one that was a free download. So I am not taking away from anybody's effort or work or designs. So that is really important, is to make sure that you are not taking somebody else's design they worked hard on. So all of my patterns that I have downloaded into Design Space are all free. So this guy is done right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go goodbye. Now we're going to use this little pumpkin, and we're going to kind of essentially do the same thing. So this one is still grouped, so I want to ungroup it. I'm going to take that off. I don't need this anymore, so I do need this, and I'm going to duplicate it, and I am going to change that to black again. So then on this one, I am going to use the contour. So I'm going to get rid of that and that little. And when I come back, I have got the 3 center pieces. If you wonder about doing slice, yes, you could do slice with that if you wanted to. You'd pretty much get the same sort of, result, but you'd still end up having to use your contour function to remove some of the stuff you sliced. So the contour function is a lot easier. And in this case too, I want to upload different colors on some of these different pumpkin sections. So I'm going to contour out, like the middle one, that one. Hopefully that's the end one. Yes. So I've got these 2. Now on this one, I want to contour out the opposite. I want to contour, is that the right one? Yep. And that one, yep. that looks right. Now, contour can sometimes not work right the way you want it, so don't be afraid if it didn't work, just click back on contour and keep clicking. So now I have these the way I want it, and we're going to go through the exact same process we did with that other. We're going to change these to a print then cut, and I am going to go to my patterns, and I think on this one I have a glitter pattern that I'm going to put in, and that one's good to go. And on this one, I had a, we're going to change that to a print then cut. And let's go into our patterns. And I know I had a, there we go, a leopard skin, one that was another free download. So this is good to go. Let's put this back together. And this one back together, and let's group those. And now that they're grouped, if you hit the unlock button, that will, you can increase or decrease, and you don't stay within the same ratio. You can make it wider than taller, or however you want to do it. I do like these pumpkins to be a little wider, so I think I am going to use that, and I like the way that one is, so I'm going to make that one go away. So now the last one I want to do is this buck of pumpkins. Okay, I'm not quite sure how that came up with, and I am going to have to refer back to my picture, so I'm going to put that over on my other monitor. On this one, I want to use all three of the pumpkins, and I want to use just this one particular leaf. So I need to ungroup it, and I'm going to take these over here and these over here. These are grouped together, and you know, at this point, I know I changed these stems to black, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change them to black. And I am going to have to duplicate this because each pumpkin has a separate stem. So this is where we're just going to contour stuff out. I'm going to go ahead and make one of these together, and then I'm going to go ahead and let's do that. I think there we go. To save some time, I will go ahead and just make up one pumpkin and then show you how to do and then you can probably complete, oh no, you know what, I've got to go back on that, so let's put you back. I'm going to have, because I want to keep this particular leaf right here, so let's duplicate that, and now we are going to contour out that leaf and that leaf. So I have just the pumpkin, and then on this one, I'm going to contour out the pumpkin, and whoops, we're gonna have to contour out the whole thing here. We just want that leaf on the top. And I think that did it. So yep, we got it, and we got that. So I am going to put this little pumpkin right here and group that together. And this little leaf, I want to turn it black also. So now at this point, I am going to go ahead and use the feature I really like, and I'm not going to change colors on any of these pumpkins. I'm not going to add patterns or anything. I kind of like the colors of them as they are. So I am going to use on this pumpkin the offset feature, which I truly like. So I've already kind of played with this, so I want to have the offset feature at 0 to 9 and apply. So you can see, whoops, let's go back and let's group that too. Again, it kind of gives you this nice little black outline, and now you can take this pumpkin, come on, you can make it bigger, larger, however you want to do it. So you need to do this with all of the other pumpkins. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then come back to you and show you what it looks like when I've got all the pieces ready to go. Okay, so by this time, hopefully you've got all your pumpkins set up with their black stems and the offset around them. Change the color of your little the other leaves to black. And again, this is how I designed it, but you guys are welcome to change up anything you want. So right now, the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to try to put all of this together. So this is where you have to kind of get used to doing your arrange, maybe some flips. So I like my big pumpkin here. So let's move these leaves out of the way. And I could probably make it, maybe I want to make it a little better. I'm not sure. I'm going to tilt it, but I don't want it to cover this up. So I want to go ahead and send it to the back. So I've got it back here. Oh, you know what? I did not bring my other little pumpkin out here. So let's find you. Here we go. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and move you out of the way. We're going to kind of, I think we'll make you a little smaller, turn you, and we want to send you to the back. So there we go. I'm not going to take the time to arrange all of this. The other thing I'm just going to show you is how I kind of adjust these little leaves that I thought made a cute little addition to the pumpkins. And you can, again, arrange that little leaf to go to the back so you don't see the stems in the front. So we don't take all day because I've been talking long enough. But I'm going to go ahead and put the original guy out here, and you can arrange it up so that it looks like that or any way you like. So as always, I sure appreciate you watching. I'm going to put some links down below for you for uploading patterns and also all the Cricut ID numbers for this. And also too, you can skim forward if you needed to skip some parts that you already know, but I sure appreciate you watching. If you have questions, just let me know.